Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brad, and today what I want to talk about is just the upcoming civil unrest that's going to happen around the time of the election. And I'm in New York City right now. I definitely feel the tension. I've been feeling the tension for some months now because, Americans, especially here in New York City, were locked up in their houses because we thought that we were slowing the spread. 15 days to slow the spread. You remember that? And we were doing our parts, we were socially distancing, we were wearing our fucking masks, and then all of a sudden, bang, middle of the summer, Black Lives Matter, Antifa start coming out and rioting and looting and burning down the whole fucking country over George Floyd. While, if it's a real situation where that guy actually is a real martyr, or whatever, or a real black man that was killed unfairly by Derek Chauvin or whatever, innocently, for doing something fairly innocuous like going and paying with a fake $20 bill, doesn't mean that he should die. I mean, it's sad when anybody dies. It's tragic, but as we found out over the months, like that wasn't necessarily the case. And personally, I believe that it might be some type of like false flag operation to kick this off, because it all kicked off so quickly. The riots, the burning down, the destruction of statues and national monuments, the calls to defund the police, all of these governors and judicial courts working in lockstep to defund the police and call in this radical leftist movement of government didn't make any sense to me, and it didn't make any sense to a lot of other people in this country. We thought it was fucking bullshit. And a lot of it's easy to put your attention on Antifa and BLM, these fucking corny, little pathetic, weak white people that are exploiting the death of a black man to further their radical left agenda that's actually quite racist. Marxism and Leninism and communism very often is very intolerant of religion and other races, far more than your traditional capitalist Western American citizen. Most American citizens that work a normal 9-to-5 job, or they're not like one of these coastal elite types or Antifa types, or communists or socialists or whatever euphemism bullshit you want to call it. They're very cool with having a beer with somebody with another race, but very often these Antifa types are not. They're very, very racist. They think that black people need someone to speak for them. So it's easy to turn your attention onto those people and say, I really just want to, I'm really pissed about the fact that you destroyed my city. I'm really pissed about the fact that you told me for 4 years that I was a racist. It's actually been more like 12 years. You've told me I was a racist and a bad person because I'm white, even though personally I'm Jewish. And I think that makes a difference, I guess. I don't know. But it's very easy to make that separation and get mad at them. What the purpose of this video, what I'm trying to get across here, is that it's not them. It's not the useful. In the color revolutions and any communist takeover, they have what's known as useful idiots. They have people that are really stupid that go along with this, that they pay them $100, $200 of fiat currency a day, and they go and they destroy the city, and they go and they carry out their quote unquote revolution, which is for them. And they somehow think they're going to get power by doing it. They're very stupid. Yes, they're very stupid, but in reality, the thing is that it's not them. They're not the ones calling the shots. They're not the ones that are in charge. The ones that are in charge in this situation are the elected officials. The elected officials that okayed this, that supported this, people like Ted Wheeler, people like these governors, de Blasio, whose daughter is an Antifa member. All these people, they are really the ones that you should be upset with, and you need to politically, lovingly, and calmly vote them out at your next nearest opportunity. They're the ones that you should be upset with. The people that go to the Davos group, the people that go to the Bilderberg group, that meet globally about your future and your family's future, they're the people that you should be upset with. Because these useful idiots, these nobodies, and I have a few of them in my family, they, I know them well. They're people that they don't have any training. They're not physically fit. They're not mentally fit. They're stupid. They have stupid ideologies. They're reading books like Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals, which in the introduction of that book, he dedicates that book. The dedication section of Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky is dedicated to Lucifer. And that's the handbook for a lot of these people. That's the backbone. And of course they'll deny it. And they'll say, oh no, that's not the backbone. Every Antifa member's read Rules for Radicals, and the dedication section of Rules for Radicals is dedicated to Lucifer. By the way, Hillary Clinton's thesis paper in college was for her mentor, Saul Alinsky, and Saul Alinsky is a Luciferian. He worships Satan. He sits in a pentagram. He does whatever weird, stupid shit they do. And like all these people that are dedicated to Aleister Crowley and these Luciferians and these Satanists, Aleister Crowley was a pathetic human being who lived off the welfare of other people. He wound up just groveling and sniveling into his death at the end of his life. These people don't have special powers, so don't be afraid of them. But like, I even feel myself getting angry thinking about what they've done to our, the foot soldiers, Antifa and BLM, what they've done to this country, and the way they've treated police and white people, and the names that I've been called over the years by these sniveling, groveling idiots that have never been punched in the face, that have never done any fucking training in their lives. And they're going to be like, they'll watch this video and they'll be like, wow, oh my God, did you really just say that about us? You racist white pig. And yeah, it is hard to control myself there, but the point is just that, is that you can't be mad. Like, it's not about you versus the foot soldiers. Look at it tactically. You want to take out the leadership, voting them out. The leadership, they're the ones that are empowering these idiots. They're the ones that are going into these school systems, educating them, if you want to call that, or maybe de-educating them would be a better word, about how, America sucks, capitalism sucks, white people suck, black people are being hunted down in mass numbers by police. Police are all bad. And then meanwhile, if they get punched in the face, they immediately call for medic or police. Why didn't you arrest that guy? It's pretty comical. But you see, the reaction, the natural reaction when you watch them destroy your city or your home area like I did, is you're going to be pissed off. But just remember, like, it's not them. It's the leadership that's empowering this. This is all part of their design. Because they're drawing us into this war where, they're going to arm these useful idiot weaklings, and then the patriots will come in and smash them, and then the military is going to come in, and then the military is going to lock down on the patriots, and then they're also going to lock down on the useful idiots, and then another government's going to come in and take over, and all these peons in government that think that selling out to China is a good idea, or selling out to Russia is a good idea, or selling out to the Davos group is a good idea. They're going to be taken out too, because they're fucking morons. The only innocent people here really are the patriots, but the patriots need to understand with military intelligence that what's going on is that the leadership, the government, the elected officials are selling out to the global government, the new world order, the one global government, and they're trying to incite this civil war. And yeah, I mean, it's hard not to go there in your mind, because you're seeing your cities destroyed, your freedoms being eroded. You've got these governors that are absolute schmucks that are selling you out, and they think that they're going to get power in the end. That's basically what it is on the left. all these idiots think that they're somehow going to get power in the New World Order by selling you out and your family out. And, you know, if they just go along with this in lockstep long enough, somehow they're going to be able to have a seat at the throne with Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin and Mossad of Israel and the Rothschilds and all these people that are in control, that have all the money, the Vatican. It doesn't work like that. They have no plans for you. You know, they have no fucking plans for you. So they're stupid too. You know, Cuomo, de Blasio, all these morons. And you got to realize that, you know, look at it as a military operation. You got to cut the head off the snake politically. You got to vote them out. You got to get them out of power, because these people are the ones that are giving orders, they're approving funds, they're allowing this to happen. And because the patriotic Americans who love freedom are so afraid of speaking out, they're the ones that are kind of, in a way, complicit behind this as well, because they're just staying silent. They're not speaking up. I'll give you an example. There was some schmuck Democrat speaking with his nice $2,000 suit on 9/11 over here, and he was getting up on stage, this Democrat in New York City, and he was talking about how much he respected the police and how much he respected the firefighters. And it was a big group of people, just normal folk. And I had to actually tell my girl, I'm like, hey, just walk away from me for a second. And I start like yelling at the guy. I'm like, yeah, you respect the police so much. Why'd you defund them? Like, why did you defund the most effective parts of the police department? Why are you demoralizing the police if you're so behind them? No answer. He just kept going with his fake Justin Trudeau plastic surgery looking fucking speech. Total bullshit with this $3,000 navy blue suit. Bullshit. And I'm just like, hey dude, nice suit and all, but why don't you answer the real questions? You're a Democrat, right? Why are you selling out the city? What about the riots? What about the businesses that are shut down? When are we going to start having our city back? The mortality rate of COVID-19 is what exactly? Because the last statistics that I read were that the mortality rate of this disease is like 0.00001 for people in my age group, 28 through 35. So what the fuck are we shut down for? No answer. You know, you have some dumb liberal saying something to me, to which I turn to them, and I have some muscles. So I turn around, I'm like, hey, why don't you go fuck off? He shut right up, and he had his like, hey, you can't say that to the Democrat, Republican, mask on. Where's their mask? I'm like, up your wife's cunt. Shut the fuck up. And he was just, oh my god, calling Obama. You gotta have some balls, dude. You gotta have some chutzpah to say, like, no. You realize you pay taxes out of your salary. If you have a job, or if you have a business like me, you pay taxes on your income, on the things that you buy, on your house, on your rent, on your gas, on everything that you do that gets shuttled into these people's salaries so this schmuck can have a fucking blue, nice navy suit. So he can defund the police department, and he can have Antifa run rampant through your streets. They're the real enemy. They're the real sellouts. And I'm not saying Republicans are much better. I know Republicans that go along with this. What I am saying is that as tempting as it is to get mad at BLM and Antifa, which are obvious frauds, you have to get mad at the leadership, and you have to speak out. I mean, I guess you don't have to, and most people definitely don't, but the reality is that if you don't, you're not going to have an opportunity for much longer. I mean, they're really making their move right now. They're really trying to actually do this. I've seen what's happened in New York City. I went on 34th Street the other day. The major Victoria's Secret in Herald Square shut down and boarded up. Macy's. Who's going into Macy's nowadays? We've been in lockdown for like 8 months by now. 7 months, excuse me. It's nonsense. You can't run. The economy doesn't work like that. The teachers' unions, the shit that they've pulled, crazy. So I mean, the people that are in charge that are pushing this, they're the ones to be mad at, not Antifa, not some little white dumb girl that thinks that, you know, my favorite is like these white idiot girls. It's always that. It's always that. It's white little girls that are like going up to a black police officer like like you're an Uncle Tom. 18-year-old girl telling a 40-year-old veteran of the police department that he's an Uncle Tom. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? It's just ridiculous. It's so offensive. It's offensive to me. It's offensive to every common, you know, regular person out there just trying to make a living and protect themselves and their family and so on and so forth. It's ridiculous. And they're trying to turn us against each other like we hate each other based on race. Dude, that's never been, like, we might bust each other's balls based on like differences of race, but let's be honest here. The race has never been a big issue, okay? It's never, look, for most people, like 99.9% of people, race is not a big issue. Like, we will bust on each other, or like, oh, you know, my black friends will be like, you know, you white motherfucker, and I'll be like, how was the chicken last night at fucking Waffle Shop? You're like, you son of a bitch. I'm like, And we get along, and we have drinks, we talk to girls, we go to work the next day, we get it done. It's never been a problem. It's these people in media and the fucking, the government that are trying to divide us so that they can just continue to get away with their criminal behavior. They're the ones you should be mad at, not each other, not even Antifa, not even BLM. It's easy to get mad at them. Their time will come, but they're not the real threat. The real threat is the American treasonous government, and then also globally, the governments that don't want America to exist. So that's my view on this, and I think many other people agree with that, but they're afraid to speak out on it because, again, like there's a great quote about this that says, you know, if you ever want to find out who has power, find out who you can't criticize freely. If you criticize the person who has power, they're going to shut it down. They're going to unleash the media against you. They're going to smear you in public. Typical Marxist, Leninist, communist bullshit. They're anti-free speech because free speech, free thought, we all know that that's true. We all know that the masks don't work. Oh, really? Oh, this is about the same size as a mask. Are you telling me that this is going to stop a virus? A virus is microscopic. You need a fucking microscope to see a virus. You're telling me a virus can't pass through this shirt or my little face diaper? You're ridiculous. And anybody with common sense, and these doctors and these nurses that go along with this, like, I'm saving lives, I'm a hero, by wearing a mask? Dude, shut up. I mean, why are you doing that? They're controlled too. Bullshit. It doesn't make a goddamn difference. We're all just playing along with it like, oh, I'm making a big difference in helping save lives. Meanwhile, Cuomo sends people with COVID back to nursing homes and they die. How about the financial reimbursement to hospitals per COVID death? It's been shown that hospitals get paid more money per COVID death. Think about how sick that is for a minute. That's sick. So, I mean, look at the leadership. Don't look at the pawns. It's not about the pawns. In chess, the best piece to take out would be the king or the queen. If you take out the king, it's checkmate. It's possible to get checkmate in 2 moves. Why play a whole game of chess when you can do a checkmate in 2 moves? So think about it that way instead of drawing yourself into a long, drawn-out, bloody, potential civil war. That's not a good look for anybody. All right? That's about it, guys. Remember, I do have a product which would help keep the business going. It's super high quality. I spent a lot of time working on it. I have free information on my blog to help you get ready for the election time and get prepped. and help you pick up women and have success with women and help you with business and help you in all areas of life. I put out free information as I have for years. So just check out my blog. If you leave your email, I'll give you a free guide, top 10 tips and top 13 areas of life, including business, health, working out, picking up women, prepping, fighting, MMA, so on and so forth. So just check out my blog at very least, all right? You can also leave a donation. You can buy me a cup of coffee if you'd like, whatever you want to donate. It helps keep the business going. I don't like to ask for donations, but being that I've been banned from social media, which is my primary source of making sales, no less than 10 times. I've lost tens of thousands of subscribers from this shit. That's why I'm saying this. It helps keep the business going. So that's about it, guys. Hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.